I just bought SoFi. I can't believe that I'm finally saying it, but I just bought SoFi. I'm going to tell you why I bought SoFi, as well as buying several other stocks today in this video right now. So welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is my style of trading using Outlier, and I call it the golden ticket trading strategy. Now, it starts with what is the market telling us? And I got to tell you right now, right off the bat, this is a little bit controversial today. 100% a little bit controversial. Why would this be controversial today, Chris? Well, the trend is absolutely bullish on the market. Let's go to the market real quick. Right, we can see the 10 over 20 price over 50. For sure, hands down, no doubt whatsoever. This is a bullish market. Makes things a lot easier in a bullish market. Next, the signal caused some issues. Now, inside of Outlier 3.0 that we're using currently, hang on, I'm trying to get to a certain page. We actually got a sell signal this morning. I woke up with a big heap and help and full of surprise. Like, what in the wide world of sports is this? We have a sell signal on the SPY. We're hitting new all-time highs. What is going on right now? Here's what's going on. Right. In fact, let's go into it. One of the things that we are upgrading from 3.0 to 4.0 is a reduction in signal noise. This, unfortunately, is signal noise. Exactly what happened back in, when was that? May. There was some signal noise going on. It's what we're seeing right now. And so because of that, our chief strategist, Mark, told me to jump into 4.0, take a look at that. And this buy signal, this is 4.0. This is your 4.0 preview right now. This buy signal on 4.0 is active, and it came through on August 7th. And because this is where we're moving to in the next couple of weeks on the 4.0, he said, just take it, Chris. Just take it, because that would be considered noise. And most likely it's going to flip back to buy tomorrow. So I'm just telling you right now. By the way, if you have access to our Discord, Joe just posted the trades in the Discord. Joe just posted the trades in the Discord. So I'm going to give it a buy signal today. Controversial buy signal, but I'm going to give it a buy signal. And then finally, market breadth. Market breadth has been something that we've been spending a lot of time on lately. Actually, that's 4.0 breadth. I can't show you that one. Here, we'll go here. And we can see over here, the breadth is showing a crossover. Bullish crossover means more and more buy signals. And look at how many uptrends versus downtrends we're seeing. A big shift in the number of stocks getting uptrends versus downtrends. So that is a great start. That is a great start. So we have the whole market set up using the 4.0 buy signal. Now, let me introduce myself real quick. Who was that again? Was his name Max? Or who was that? Just want to go back to the trolls to let you, Matt, you've been warned. My name is Christopher Ewell. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance, Matt. I actually was mentored by 5 of the market wizards, Matt. Receipts are on YouTube. I've been successfully trading since 2009. I don't know about you, my friend. And this is where outliers like us save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Together as a team. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's look at this next, Ryan. Next, we're in a bull market. So let's go take a look about our bull market exits. First, the SPY is definitely not anywhere close to closing under the 20, Ryan. And the sector and market breadth crossovers have not happened on the trades that we have on right now, Ryan. So it's no issues. It's no issues there. But the Outlier channel score is something new. Thanks to Scott, our quant. Ryan, you've probably met not Squat. Ryan has probably met Scott before, our new quant. It's actually pretty cool, Matt. We actually have many people on staff with the one objective to make as much money as humanly possible, like Ryan is today, right? Ryan's going crazy with how much money he's making. And one of the things that Scott helped us out with, Ryan, is because we actually have a quant on staff now, is he told us that when the Outlier channels get to a score of -1, that should be a really hard sell, a really, really hard sell. Can tell Chris is a dad. That's right. And Chris has daddy's money because I'm the daddy. I hope you understand that. I want to put this out there for the universe to understand. I have daddy's money because I'm the daddy. Right? I'm the daddy. So going on. We don't have any market exits today. Let's go look at the chart exits, Ryan. You're welcome. I got you, dude. We're all outliers, Ben. Okay, so looking at this, a half ATR from entry would be our stop loss. So Ryan, let's go take a look at the trades that we put on yesterday. Well, I guess not necessarily put on yesterday, but the trades we're holding already. VKTX is one that we're putting on already. Now, it's definitely not going to be hitting any trailing exits right here. Right, Ryan? I mean, this is like going crazy. And it's not got any order blocks in the way, and it's not gapping or crapping. So this one I'm not even going to look to get out of. In fact, one thing I did was I rolled my options on VKTX. So let's go to VKTX real quick. VKTX. And I will show you exactly which ones I rolled. So VKTX, I rolled the 30s to the 35s. The expiration was August 29th. There. So I still am in the August 29th. I rolled my 30s, the contracts I had at 30, up to the 35. And it looks like a lot of other people are also taking advantage of that right now. So when I rolled it up from the 30 to the 35, I took in $3.43 of credit. Okay, so let's talk about why we want to do this. It keeps the trade alive. In fact, I have a slide for this. Matt, maybe you haven't seen the slide before, Matt, but as a professional investor, I do have everything written down to know exactly what I'm going to do. All right, at each profitable ATR, when the stock moves one ATR in my direction, can I roll up and out for a credit? If no, you need to hold on to the existing trade. Don't mess with it. And it's one order selling to close the original position. Okay, Ryan? So Ryan, whenever you go into your broker, actually, I really like speaking to a single person. I think this makes it better. When we go into the broker, right, we owned the 30s, which, in fact, how much did I pay for the 30s originally? This will be helpful to Matt. So I originally bought it for $10.19. So Matt, I'm up about 30% on the trade already. I have no idea what I'm doing though. The current price of it is $13.10, and I bought it at $10.19 just a couple days ago. So $2.91 divided by $10.19, which means I'm up about 29% ish. Bought it around 29% ish. Okay, Ryan. So the way that we would work this is we would sell to close the 30s by clicking the bid button. That's going to close the trade. And then we would go over to the ask button on the 35. So we're basically rolling from the 30 to the 35. We keep the trade alive. We're getting, we keep the trade alive. We get to take partial profits off the table, something Matt's probably never done in his entire life. And then we get to, we keep the trade alive, take partial profits. And then, what am I trying to say? God, I've totally lost my train of thought here. Take partial profits, frees up capital, right? We can free up capital to make new trades. Click new trades. How cool is that? So, which is something I did today. So we've rolled from the 30 to the 35s. I got filled at $3.43. So when I rolled from here to here, 30 to 35s, I got filled for $3.43. It's actually a little bit less than that right now, but that's where I got filled. Okay, so VKTX stays on. Let's go to the next one. Gilead Life Sciences, or Gilead Sciences here. There's nothing really going on right here, Ryan. It's going sideways, basically. I mean, it had a little pop from where I got in, but it's basically going sideways. It's not anywhere close to yesterday's low, which would be my exit point. In fact, I need to go back to VKTX and talk about one other thing real quick, because the heat map exit needs to be talked about. The heat map exit is our fear and greed exit. So let's do VKTX, and then we'll come back over to Gilead. So Anton, that was actually one of the things I did earlier. Was I made a little boo-boo. And it had a bit of extrinsic value that's a little higher than normal, right? So extrinsic 338 on 965. At the time I rolled it was about 35%. 30% is usually what I do, but unfortunately I missed that in my calculation. But that's okay because I've already taken partial profits now. Ryan. So we're okay on that. Ryan is the teacher pet of the day. Kasha says, are you taking notes, Matt? All right. So VKTX, the heat map that I'm looking to exit at is 63. And that's my signal for exiting. I have lots of signals for exiting, Matt. But Ryan knows these. Ryan's been around for a while, so he knows. Let's go up real quick. Where's it at? Right over here. Yeah. Exiting at 63. That's the plan. Exiting at 63. But we're not there yet. We're only at 36.84. All right, so we're cool here. We're done with VKTX. Let's go back to Gilead. Gilead, it's not having any issues. It's not pulling back at all. But if it does close below the prior day's low, that's where I get out at 119.26. Not happening. So let's go to Gilead over here. And Gilead Sciences. The fear and greed heat map score is up to 65.57. 65.57. So nothing to do on Gilead. The very honest truth about this, Ryan, is that Gilead is fine. I don't have a reason to take it off. And like I said earlier, no expectations, no profit targets. We're just letting it work. We're just letting it work. Now, GMed was one I put on yesterday, and it's already at my 1 ATR point. So I've already made tons of money on it. Let's go look at GMed. All right, GMed. I say owned in past tense because I rolled earlier from the 57s up to the 55s up to the 57.5s. So I rolled this one here up to here. Not a big roll, not a giant roll, but at the process, Ryan, we're able to take in some credit. Now, when I rolled earlier, and we talked about why we rolled, I actually got filled at 210. Right now, the current price to roll would be 205. So if I rolled it for 205, I originally bought it for, how much did I buy it for yesterday? GMed, I bought for 659. Okay. So 6.59 minus 2.10. So 2.10. Wait. I did that wrong. The current value of this, 6.59 minus 860, means it's gone up $2 since I bought it. Divide that by 6.59, where we started from. So I'm up over 30% on this trade, Ryan. How are you doing on this one, Ryan? I'm up 30% of it. Ryan's talking about rolling. Very cool. So I'm up 30% on this trade already, which is, I mean, it's probably not good enough for Matt. I know. It's probably not good enough for Matt, but it's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. And so looking at this, Ryan, we're doing good. Talk to Ryan, not Matt. Got it. So we're up 30% on the trade. And that means that when I took in that credit, I now have $2.05. I got filled at 210, but $2.05 that I can now go trade with. For every one contract, Ryan, I can now move it up. So we're pretty good. Marsha. All right, let's talk to Paul this time. Paul. All right, we're good on this, Paul. So let's go to here. We've already rolled GMed. We don't see any issues down here. Let's go double check our heat map exit on this one, Paul. GMed. I really like being able to talk to a single person. I don't think you can comprehend how cool this is. So Paul, looking at this one, right? We got in, it's still moving up, got in yesterday at 32.97. Now it's pushing up to 38.53. So Paul, as we talked about just a couple moments ago, the exit would be at 63 on the heat map. So we're good there. Now, as exciting as this wasn't, to go look at our existing trades on here, right here, Paul, this is what we have to do. Right? We're looking to reduce risk before adding any new trades. And in the process, Paul, I just picked up enough to go put on a new trade, right? I just took partial profits from two of the trades I had, two of the three. I have partial profits that I just used to put on some new trades. So let's talk about what those new trades are. All right, let's talk about what those new trades are. After you thought we were getting there already, Paul. No, Paul. I hope you posted in the share your big wins, because we're going to go into the share your big wins, and let's highlight like everybody who's been making money, right? Like who is that? That was Shane the plumber. When the sum of your portfolio is doing this, you're trading the right way. Right, Ryan? Right, Paul? You guys get it. Let Matt know. Let Matt know in the chat. All right. I like it better when Matt's being scolded. Or like Senior Wahoo, Art, I know Art's watching live, right? He just made a 33% gain following what we talk about, right? Outlier is the way. That's right. The other Paul, the denizen of the deep, sold Pisky for 267% gain. Wow. That's bonkers. Lenny closed Rio yesterday for a 20% gain. Outstanding work. Oh, Wild Stimpy Norwood just had his first $5,000 day. Wow. How cool is this? How great is it to be an outlier? Right? So continue telling me your success stories in the chat. Ryan, the other Ryan, says, I love this channel. Chris is hilarious and a phenomenal trader. Thank you, dude. One of my, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to pay about 6 figures in taxes this year. Maybe more. And I'm totally cool with that. You know why? Because that means I'm a badass trader. Exactly. So go ahead and tell me your success stories in the chat. And the way that you can pay me back is by telling everybody you know about Outlier. And of course, if first with Outlier, tell everybody you know. And hit the like button. So what are the sectors telling us? Now, we talked about the market. We talked about our open positions. Let's go look at what the sectors are telling us. Now, there is a slight hiccup here. I want y'all to know. I'd like y'all to know. Mark has asked me to remove this and no longer put any of the bookmarklets that our members are creating in the VIP Investors Toolkit. But we are going to continue to put these in the member contributions. By all means, put those over there. Mark has said, because we can't vet these, we can't share them as if we are personally endorsing them. And I get that. I get that. So because of this, we'll just let it be. We'll just let it be. But I am using this. And I did send a screenshot of this to Mahesh today. And I said, Mahesh, please, please, please make it look like this. Please make it look like this, because this is so handy. The reason that this is so handy is it shows our crossover on the buy and sell signals. It shows when our they're really not Donchian channels, when our outlier channels are breaking to one side or the other, and we can see both of them are breaking up today on the market. And then it even tells, like, just glancing at it, how they're doing as far as the crossovers here, as far as the fear and greed heat maps here. And then it also talks about the total score today between these heat maps. I'm sorry, these outlier channels. Now, one thing that I want to spend a couple minutes on is what I'm calling, David, you mentioned what's the use min and down check does. Okay, David, I got you, my dude. So check this out. A traditional Donchian channel uses the minimum value and the maximum value, and then it holds that for a certain period to see if it breaks higher or lower. So what we have found is 4 period on top and 4 period on bottom is the most ideal. Okay. But looking at this is not following the min value. This is actually following the max value. And really, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is codify, make it visually interesting for you to see what you can do with your own eyeballs, right? Like this, you can see it's going up, right? You can see it's going up. That was back here. You can see it's going up, okay? We're trying to make it as obvious as possible when that's happening, and then obvious as possible when it's going down. Okay, so that's all we're trying to do here. Right? Don't overcomplicate it. We're just trying to make it look easier to understand. They are donkey channels. That is our nickname for them, the donkey channels. So what I want to spend a couple of minutes on is what I'm calling active scenario 1 and active scenario 2. Now, active scenario 1 is a donkey channel score with a market of 2 and anything on the sector, even negatives, which sounds crazy, but proved to be a very positive result, even negatives. So if the market has a score of 2, it's green lights all day. It's green lights all day. We got a market score of 2 today, so it's green lights all day. The other scenario, market scenario 2, or active scenario 2, is when the market is greater than or equal to 1, so 1 or 2, and then the sector is greater than or equal to 1, so 1 or 2. In this case, everything fits a scenario of donkey channel score of 2. So that would be everything has an AS1. That's why we have this right now. And like I said earlier, I did already put this in the VIP Investors Toolkit, and it does the work for you. It does the work for you. Now, we are actually going to be making this in 4.0 so much easier. You're going to see little icons that says if it is lit up for you, if it's not lit up for you, and you don't even have to stress. It's so easy. It's so easy. But until then, we need to do a little bit of work, right? So looking at the sectors, what are the sectors telling us? Basically, all the sectors with the exception of energy, real estate, and technology. Energy, real estate, and technology are open for trades. Open for trades. And because of that, I'm looking in all of the sectors except for energy, real estate, and technology. That's it. Everybody else is bullish. So the next step would be to go into the screener, here. And you can select, in fact, let me reset filter. And we can go screeners, apply the bullish filter. Please fill it. Oh, there we go. Bullish filter. Like, wait a minute. Did I select that? Jerry says, I wish my name was Matt. It feels so important right now. 4.0 is due to come out on September 1st. Mahesh said he's trying to get it even sooner, but September 1st is the date. This is my screener here. We're going to pull all the sectors except energy, real estate, and technology. So all you got to do is come over here, hit that, and then unselect energy. What did I say? Energy, real estate, and technology. Real estate, technology. Then you can apply filter. And come on, baby. So many people are in outlier right now. It's slowing it down. There we go. And we have a buttload of signals, a metric buttload, because we're looking at all these different sectors all over the place. So this is where I copy from yesterday to today. Yesterday really doesn't matter because it wouldn't have passed no matter what. Hit the clear results button, and you can paste it right into here. I gotta recopy that. Copy. You can paste, but you have to paste on the symbol button. Now, it should, I didn't mess something up. I may have messed something up. Oh no, I may have messed something up that should have already filled in. Okay, it's totally broken. I have ruined everything. Let me go back to this. So I've already pasted this in. It should have worked. I don't know what happened. I'll have to take a look at it later. But all of the sectors that we need to see right here. Right. So these are all the potential setups. That's a buttload of setups. That's a whole metric buttload of setups. So what I do next is I take those and I drop them onto the next page. Now this isn't as long, and I'll spare you some of the details. A lot of these had order blocks or they didn't have enough options. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. It's the clear button doesn't work. My bad. You'll have to enable macros. I think I messed up the clear button because I had to add a couple columns. That's what caused the issue. Okay, I can fix that. I can fix that. So looking at this, right, these are the stocks that looked set up to me. And then I went into the options to get these options. And these are the ones that I bought. And I'm going to go through and show you exactly which one. So I could have started with Morgan Stanley. I was joking with Paul Denizen, the Excel with Rami. Dude, I can help you make your Excel better if you want with more automation. Dude, I love automation. In fact, Rami, I am a certified Microsoft Office Specialist Master. It's one of those things. I am certified as a nerd. So I'm pretty good with Excel. I've been working with it for a little bit. But looking at this, right, these are the ones I'm looking at. So SGI. Let's go to SGI. SGI. Hey, Justin also is. Justin is a certified nerd too. Very cool, Justin. So looking at SGI, and let's go over to the chart on SGI here. Now, whoa, this is okay. Now, we need to talk about this. I can't change what happens with the stock after I buy it. Neither can you. When I bought this a little bit ago, it's at 79.51. Now it's up bigly at 80.86. You in the Discord were notified of these trades that I put on by Joe, thanks to Joe. So all of these were put out here in the Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, this is actually the last person. You're the last person in line to get this information. So I put the trade on an SGI. I put it on at 79.51 at the time. Now, if you are only buying stock, you can do so. But let's take one step further and look at the options chain. Couple great questions coming in here. Why didn't you take Morgan Stanley? The very honest truth was I priced it out. And if I took Morgan Stanley, I would actually have one less trade on. And I was like, okay, Morgan Stanley's a bit expensive in the options. So if I take that one off, if I take off Morgan Stanley, then I'd have two, right? So it was because it gave me another extra trade. That is the only reason why. Look at that. Jim says he's already up 40%. Congratulations to you, Jim. I love it. So if you are trading the stock, you could go on at this point. But let's talk about the options. Let's talk about the options, right? We've already got the trend, signal breadth. We've already got the market set up, the sector set up. Now let's talk about the stock itself. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is OVTLYR and how does it work? Well, old Uncle Warren used to say, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And OVTLYR shows you if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy and by how much, allowing you to get in the stock before the OVTLYR move happens. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, it's just 3 easy steps. Step 1, start using the annual pass, which is just 82 cents a day. Or you can upgrade with one click and save 64% off the regular monthly price. Step 2, start using the OVTLYR 9. I'm showing you how to do it right now. Step 3, sit back and relax because you just found the easiest way to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. Now, what are the stocks telling us? Okay, so we've got our list, and let's go through each one of these on our list. So SGI. If you were going to buy the stock, you could already have bought it. But SGI, I want to look at the options chain. I want to start at 21 days to expiration. Look for 250 an open interest, less than 50-cent bid-ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value. Gets me around 80 delta. I will push 20. In fact, I'll give you this 20 to 30%, but no more extrinsic value. 20 to 30% or less extrinsic value around the 80 delta. So looking at SGI, and if you don't want to trade options, you don't have to. You can just trade the stock. SGI, looking at the open interest right here, 534 on the 65 strike would be pretty good, but that's pretty expensive. If we go down here to 544, $1.50 extrinsic value. Now remember, the extrinsic value will decay no matter what. So $1.44, it's $1.48 now. So now it's $1.49 divided by 730 is 20%. Praise Jesus. Hallelujah. That's the one I am interested in looking at. Now, we don't have a lot of expirations to choose from. So SGI September 19th, 75s is probably what I bought, if I had to guess. In fact, let's go over here, Joe. Posted this earlier. SGI 75 calls. I bought it for $6. Okay. When it was trading at 79.51. So that's the trade right there. Let's go to Etsy. Just ordered something on Etsy the other day. I'm kind of a watch guy, and I ordered this digital watch. It's a Casio watch. It's a cheap watch. It's like $30. The Casio Royale, and it is a James Bond watch. It was one of the Roger Moore movies, and I was like, well, that's fun. It's not an exact one, but it's really close. And so I ordered on Etsy a little screen. It's not a screen protector. It actually goes inside the watch, and it changes the color of the display of the Casio Royale. So really, really cool. Anyway, that's the first thing I bought on Etsy in years. So looking at Etsy, I bought it just a little bit ago at 68.73. It's up at 70.05 right now, which is bonkers. Again, I can't control what happens when I buy it. And don't forget, you could have done this at any point during the day. Dustin says, only snobs buy watches in 2025. You don't need it. You're exactly right. I don't need this for the time, but I sure like to wear it. And I really like to wear it on this like sports band. It's so comfy. So comfy. Anyway, looking at Etsy, I bought it right here. And if you were buying the stock, this would be the information you could use to buy that stock. Now, let's take it a step further and let's go into the Etsy options chain. Looking at the Etsy option chain, I can't even talk. Etsy option chain. Don't see a lot of open interest around 21 days, and that's fine. We don't need it. Let's go out to 30 days. A little bit right here. Let's go. All right. What about this one? This one looks good. 4,000 open interest. Got an issue right there, though. Got an issue. Issue is $2.24 extrinsic, and the current price of it is $5.45, which is 41% extrinsic. That is too rich for my blood. Too rich for my blood. Let's go to the next one here. Okay, now we're talking. September 19th, the regular monthly expiration here. All kinds of place. Trav, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The No Time to Die is gorgeous. Looking at this one, that might be the next one that goes in my collection. I'm just putting that out there. Super liquid right here. No issues. Now let's go look at which one Chris would be interested in buying. Right, so we've got the 72 delta, the 85 delta, $1.98 on 715 is 27%. I could live with that. Versus 92 cents on 11, that's under 10%. You know what? I think I would most likely have gone for the 65s. It's got a ton of open interest, extrinsic value fits in right, and it's only 15 cents wide. Let's go see. Is that the one that Chris bought? Etsy 60 calls. 60 calls, is that? No, I actually bought this one. Above it. As you know, I am a snob. So I actually bought this one right here. The 65s, however, also look really strong. We will get to that point, Deb. Don't worry about it. We're only looking at the entry points. We will talk about the exit points on this in just a little bit. So in Etsy at this point, let's move on to the next one down the list. The next one down the list would be my list over here. SoFi. Oh my gosh, this is it. I actually bought SoFi. It's so crazy. Looking at SoFi, I can't believe I own SoFi. This is the craziest world that we live in right now. I bought SoFi at 23.39. It's at 23.53 right now, so slightly higher. You could totally buy the stock as it is right here. But let's continue on into the SoFi option chain. I promise you I did not sell out. I did not sell out. I just had an opportunity. Now, I'd been talking so much shit about SoFi for so long. And it was under my $20 limit, so I really didn't care. And we finally got a buy signal at the top of this. Is what it is. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm just following my plan, right? I don't have any profit targets here. I don't even have any expectations for the trade. I don't at all. In fact, I will get out tomorrow if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, I'm out. Who cares? Right? I will move on. Gabor says, this is the best community ever. AMD's next. AMD's next. But in reality speak, and this is a great thing about being an actual trader versus one, somebody who plays one on the internet. As an actual trader, I am always open to new opportunities. I am not going to get in the way of anything. Right? If something is working and it lights up for my plan, I am obligated to take that trade. I am obligated to take SoFi today. Obligated. Chris is not a SoFi bro. He hasn't even marked up his charts. So looking at SoFi, let's go to the option chain. And I believe on SoFi, I went to a different expiration. I went to the 5th, the September 5th. Now you can see tons of open interest over here. All is good in this land. And there's really, honestly, pretty much everything from 21 and down is really, really solid. But let's see which one I actually picked. Let's see which one I actually picked on SoFi. SoFi, the 21s. What do you know? I bought it for $2.81 when it was trading at 23.39. And we're still going to go and mark these charts up so you know where to get in as well as where to get out. All right. So I'm in SoFi on the 21 strike. Let's go to MIR. I don't know what MIR is. And that's the great thing about trading. Now you're probably asking yourself at this point, Chris, you don't know what the stock is? You don't know what MIR is? You don't know about MIR Technologies? Mirion Technologies? No, I don't know anything about it. In fact, this is about as much as I know it right now. MIR Q2 deep dive. Nuclear power momentum. Sick. It's a nuclear stock. Let's go. Is MIR the best momentum pick in the tech services space? Mirion Technologies officer sells its shares. Okay. That is the complete amount of news that I know about MIR. Does that worry me? Not at all. Not in the least. No, Senior Wahoo. I'm dressing up as Batman for Halloween. I'm dressing up basically as myself. I'm basically as myself for Halloween, as Batman. And I'm gonna get one of those really nice Batman suits, right? Like with the with a real cowl and a real cape and everything. It's gonna be epic. I can't wait. But anyway, back to MIR. I don't know a single damn thing about this. Now, I had this conversation with one of the market wizards. If you can believe it, I actually did work with 5 market wizards. One of them, this one in particular, is named Tom Basso. You may or may not have heard of Tom Basso. He's known as Mr. Serenity. I had this conversation with Tom because I had just bought a stock and I don't remember anything about which it was, so don't ask me. But I was like, Tom, I just bought this stock in a company I've never heard of before. He's like, that's fine. I don't worry about it. Like, what do you mean you don't worry about it? He's like, what's there to worry about? If the price is going up, that's all that matters. If the price is crashing up to the upside, then yeah, I'll take it. And as soon as it turns around, then I'll get out. And I was like, wow, Tom, thank you. Thank you for telling me about that, Tom, because that just made things so much easier to know that you don't have to stress about knowing anything about the company. I don't know a single fundamental about this. Not one. The only thing I know is price. Got the 10 over 20, price over 50. Price is moving up. Don't have any earnings in our way. And if you were going to buy the stock, you could buy the stock right here. But if you're going to buy the options, let's go look at the options chain. Yeah, Zach, exactly. Paper hands all day. Paper hands all day. Joker, I'm loving this effortless trading. Dudes, this is great. This is great for you to see what it's like to have effortless trading, right? When everything just works and it just clicks, it is worth the time for sitting in cash and not effing up. And then it just flows. You get into flow state with your trading. And this is how it's meant to be. This is how it's meant to be. Let's go to September 19th. This is the one that I'm in most likely. I have a feeling this is what I'm in because I'm not going to October. I'm not going to August. Looking at these, okay? Now, I certainly wouldn't be looking at any other strike except for the 76 delta with a 368 open interest. Let's calculate our extrinsic value here. 53 cents on 270. No, not multiply. Quit. 0.53 divided by 2.7. 19%. I'll take it. I'll take it. Kasha says, this is so effortless. He made 5% an hour. I'll take that all day, every day. This is way better than SGov. It is way better than SGov, but you have to sit in SGov until these things light up, right? So I would be in this one right here, the 20 strike on September 19th for Mirror. In fact, let's go see if that's what I bought. It most certainly is the 20 strike and September 19th. I bought it when it was trading at 21.78. It's at 22.10 right now. Ryan, you're too sweet. Quit sending me super chats. Seriously. I don't need you guys to send me super chats, and I really, really appreciate it when you do, and I'm not going to ask you ever to do so. I am going to say, stop it, Ryan. Price leads and profits follow. Exactly. Price leads and profits follow. I am not one of those channels who solicit super chats. In fact, I think it's really gross and dirty, which turns out to dose, right? It's really gross and dirty to solicit super chats. It's almost like online begging. I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. I make plenty of money in the markets. That's the last thing I need. But Ryan, you're a rock star, dude. Right? I really appreciate you. But like I say, please don't ever send me super chats. You know what, Shane? I got you. We'll look at Morgan Stanley just next in just a moment, okay? Justin says his mind is dose. Okay, so Mirror, that's where I got in. And then do I have any others? I have one, Delta Airlines, and then we'll look at I'll look at Morgan Stanley for you guys, right? Chris makes money with us, not from us. Yeah, for sure. I got you, Shane. All right, let's take a look at Delta Airlines. So, which button am I going to click? I'm going to click this button right here. Delta Airlines. All right, so I bought it $58.99. It's currently pushing up a little higher. If you're buying the stock, you could buy the stock at this point. You could totally buy the stock at this point. If you're looking to use leverage and use options, let's go look at that. All right, so looking at this, right, there's all kinds of option chains to choose from. You can go September 5th. There's some decent liquidity here. September 12th, September 19th. I honest to God, don't remember which one I picked. Let's go look. The September 5th. Sweet. Okay, September 5th. Now, let's answer this question. Why would I choose the 5th over the 19th? If we went for the 80 delta on the 5th, that would be $6.65. If we went for the 80 delta on the 19th, that would be $8.05. So, $1.50 difference. $1.50 is not inconsequential, right? That is the entire reason why, because it costs less money. That's the truth. All right. Cheaper, and you can buy more. Yeah, exactly. So looking at the open interest of Delta Airlines, right, we got lots to choose from over here. We could go as low as the 56 strike or as high as the 52 strike. Now between these two, what is this? What is a super sticker? I don't even know what a super sticker is. But Gabor Pap, thank you for that. This is completely 100% new to me. And like I say, please don't do that. It's okay, dude. I love you. You are awesome. You don't have to send me super chats. I don't know what a super sticker is, but it's really cool that you did that, dude. Okay. So looking over here, right between these 2 points, we've got 306 open interest, which is probably the one that I went with if I had to guess. Let's do the calculations. 306 open interest, $1.14 on 460. 1.44 on 4.6 is 24%. I'm very confident that I went with the 56 on September 5th. Let's go take a look. Delta Airlines here, 56 calls for 410 when it was trading at 58.99. Now, all this is fun. We've talked about which strikes. We've talked about where we're getting in, but where are we going to get out? Where are we going to get out? Brent. The best way that I can answer this question is, if that's part of your plan, go for it. If it's not, it's just noise. There's so much noise out in the market, Brent. There's always a reason not to trade, but whenever you have your trade set up, you must be obligated to take it. You must be obligated to take it. Where do we get out? Cautious says we get out the moon, right? No stops until we picked out our Lambos. No stops. But we got to look at Morgan Stanley. I didn't forget you, Shane. I didn't forget you, Shane. All right, let's look at Morgan Stanley over here. Right? Let's say if I were getting in right now at 147.75. All right. Now, you could buy the stock at this point, or if you're going to look at the options, let's go look over here. Oh my gosh, stop it. Y'all are just trolling me at this point. Don't send me super chats. This is really sweet of you. I love you, LH. I'm really, really stoked that I help you make some money. Accidentally found you and made money. LH, hey, do me a favor. Don't send me any super chats next time. Go tell somebody, right? Go tell somebody about OVTLYR. That would be the best. Richard, as I set up my option look for my broker, this is considered level 2 trading. LH, my dude, you're awesome. You're awesome. Really appreciate you. Level 2 trading shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal. I don't even know what level I have. I just have all the trading. I just got all the trading. Albertone says, OVTLYR is clearly a scheme to make money by super chats. Yes, exactly. And merch, right? Making so much money by super chats and merch. That's the whole plan. But let's go look at Morgan Stanley for Shane. You know what? Everybody in the chat, I want you to all say Shane. Everybody pay respects to Shane in the chat, because Shane could have potentially found you a new trade. Shane could potentially have found you a new trade. All right, Shane, you're a rock star. Let's go look. So looking at September 5th, not much liquidity going on. September 12th, not much going on here. August 6th, 29th. Oh, we got some. Hang on, we got some over here. This could work. And it'd be cheaper than going to September 19th. Ooh, come to daddy. Come to daddy. Let's look at this. Open interest of 81. I'm sorry, no. Delta of 81. Open interest of over 450. Extrinsic value of $1.04. So our $1.02 right now, we'll go with the $1.04. Divided by the total price of $8.90. 8.9. Gives us 11%. 11%. Shane, you are onto something, dude. You are onto something. Now, this bid ask is starting to widen out. We're in the last 5 minutes of the day, but you might be able to get a great price for it. The August 29th, 457, August 29th, 140 calls on Morgan Stanley. I'm going to throw that out there. Now, the reason that I didn't buy this is honestly, I'm about 97-ish% in, and I can't get enough big enough. I cannot buy enough of this with what I have left over to get the right position size. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you got to let trades go. But Shane didn't. Thanks to Shane. Rockstar, dude. Shane the rockstar. Now, let's go mark up all these charts. Let's start with Morgan Stanley. God, you guys have got to cut it out, okay? You know you can disable it, right? You know you can disable it? I know, but it's also fun to play with you guys like this. Conan the Barbarian. You're awesome. I appreciate you, but don't do it. You guys have got to stop. You guys have got to stop sending super chats. It's really fun. It's really sweet, but don't do it, please. It's okay. Let's start with Morgan Stanley. Let's start with Morgan Stanley. Hey, Shane says, I'm learning. That's exactly what I purchased. You're welcome. Dude, Shane literally picked the exact same strike that a professional investor would have picked. In fact, I mean, Matt probably had no idea which strike to pick because he's never seen a professional investor actually do this. But Shane and Ryan and Paul probably all at the same point figured out this is the one to buy. Charlie from Brooklyn, come on, dude. Stop it. You guys are so funny. I really love you guys so much. But Charlie from Brooklyn, cut it out. Cut it out, dude. Cut it out. You're so funny. Chris is going to get a bunch of Guinnesses on Friday night. We've already got a plan for that. Charlie from Brooklyn. Next time, Charlie, go tell 2 people. Don't send me $2. Go tell 2 people about OVTLYR. That's what you can do. All right. Taking a look at Morgan Stanley. Where would we get out of Morgan Stanley? All right, let's do all the fun stuff behind us. We're done with super chats. Let's go to the bullish ATR levels. Actually, click it onto the. That's weird. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it just was slow. Now, half of an ATR will put you around 146.44. One ATR up from here will put you around 150.48. Another ATR up from here would put you at around 153. Now, looking at these would be the points where we'd look to roll or a stop out point, right? It could happen. It totally could happen. Let's go drinking Friday night, baby. Yeah, I know. And it's a couple birthday parties for family friends, and they even said no kids allowed. So now we're gonna have a good time, baby. Let's do this with daddy's money. Let's go. Anyways, looking at Morgan Stanley, we've got this. Now let's go get our heat map value real quick for Shane, and we'll do this for all of ours, right? So current heat map values at 72.83. So on my list of exit signals, 72.83 puts us right here with a 10-point spread. So Shane, I would add on my chart a heat map. I saw that. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I saw it come through. A heat map exit of 83. So 72 plus 10 is 82. 72. Heat map. What? No. Heat map exit of 82. Okay, so that would be the Fear and Greed heat map score. Fear and Greed. Yes. Art. Okay, you guys are too funny today. But stop it. Stop it. That's seriously fun. No. Y'all are embarrassing me. Manny sent a 5. Senior Wahoo, brisket money. Yeah, but dude, the brisket I just bought was close to $100 the other day. But damn, that sure tasted good, right? I've always shared my my brisket recipe out in the Discord, so you can definitely get it. You're welcome, dude, and thanks for that. Don't send me any more art, please. Manny, I have a funny story about super chats and Manny. Manny was the first person who ever sent me a super chat, and I kind of freaked out because I was like, no, I don't want super chat. Stop it. Manny, I love you, dude. You were so fun. And I love having all of you here. Chats for shits and giggles. What is this? Look, this is so funny, but you guys got to cut it out. Have a Guinness on us, CMAC. I will take you up on that, CMAC. I will take you up on that. How much does OVTLYR cost? I heard it's 64% off. It's only 82 cents a day. This meme will never die. This meme is costing y'all too much money. I'm not here to take money from you. I'm here to show you how to make money. Okay? I'm here to show you how to make money. And on Morgan Stanley, we want a heat map exit of 82. Now let's move on. SGI. We need a heat map exit on SGI. Yes, Brian just picked up Morgan Stanley. Thanks, Shane. Really thanks, Shane. You are awesome. And all you crazy guys with the super chats, y'all are too funny and super awesome as well. Y'all are way too funny. Okay, let's do this. Don't do it again though. Heat map exit here at 77. So SGI has a score of 77. All right, very cool on that. So we're going to make this only a 5-point spread. So heat map target of 77, 80, 82. Heat map target of 82. Dude, Dana and I are going to have a Guinness one day. Price alone pays with Dana. Oh my gosh. You guys, seriously, cut it out. As fun as this is, I'm not asking for your money. I don't want your money. You guys are so funny. Okay, cut it out though. Seriously. Heat map target of 82 on SGI. I'm going to have to cut this short if y'all keep sending me super chats. Y'all are almost embarrassing me. Okay. Y'all are so funny. And I can't tell you how ludicrously appreciative I am that I can actually help you make money. This is what God put me on earth to do. All right, SGI at 77.82, and then Yush is one of my dudes. Yush, I love you, Yush. You don't send me any super chats again though. Yush is one of my dudes. I saved Yush's post one day. I still have it, and I'm never going to delete it. Yush. Order blocks are not actual live orders sitting on exchange. Instead, they represent historical areas of significant buying and selling by institutions. I'm going to keep this forever, Yush. Chris making so much extra bank. Listen, I made multiple 5 figures today. Okay. I don't need you guys to send me some super chats, but it's really sweet of you. Kostya with a $3 super sticker. Kostya, you are awesome. I really love you, Kostya. You've in fact, did I save one of Kostya's posts over here? No, it was Keith Shannon. All right. We have to wrap. No freaking way. Trav, bro, you should not have done that. Ah. All right. Trav, I owe you bigly. I owe you bigly, Trav. Time to, yeah, fund the No Time to Die. We can match, Trav. We can match. Trav, you've outdone yourself, dude. You have really, really outdone yourself. Don't do it again, though, please. Okay. God. Anyways, I'm so embarrassed right now. Etsy. Looking at Etsy, I really am. I don't want you guys to send me any money. I mean that 100%. Etsy. I gotta type it in here. Etsy. Oh, now we got some money for Big Money Bingo. Yeah, there we go. Actually, okay, let me finish with this, and we do have some actually really fun stuff on Big Money Bingo. Some progress here. We'll do a little after hours. 73 on Etsy. So my score is going to be 83, I believe. Where's it at? 70. No. Yeah. 10 point spread. So 83 on here. So let's do this heat map exit. Heat map target of 83. Okay, very cool. On this one, Justice. I'm just gonna make a dose amount of money. With a monkey donkey too. Justice, man, please don't ever send that again. You were so funny and awesome, but I don't ever need you to send me any money, dude. You're really, really funny though. Okay, heat map target is I need to wrap this up quick. Okay. I don't want you guys doing any more. Did we get through everything yet? No. We still have SoFi, which I got to mark up on the chart. Did I not? Okay, I marked up these guys. I got to hustle. Otherwise, you guys are going to go bankrupt. I don't want that. I want you to keep your money. I want you to make money. I don't want you to send me money. All right, I got in at SoFi 23.39. Now I actually have to do some calculating over here. So 1.16 divided by 2, 58 cents minus where I got in at 23.39, 22.81. All right, 22.81. So that's my half ATR point. One ATR above is 1.16, 1.16 plus 23.39, 24.55. 24.55 up here is my one ATR. 24.55. Wait. I've totally lost. 24.55. Yeah. 24.55. Okay. Got it. And one ATR above that. Again, no. 23.39 plus 1.16. Again, 25.71. 25.71. 25.71. Yeah, keep your money to pay taxes, bro. I've got a big tax bill coming up next year, that's for sure. All right, looking at this, that's where SoFi, we're gonna work on that. Let's go over here to SoFi. And we've got the heat map at 60, 71.49. Stop, Trav, seriously, stop it. Not cool, bruh. Trav, this is unbelievable. I am hugely in your debt from the Cappy Girl for your No Time to Die fund. Dude. Okay, Trav. So I gotta ask, do you have it on the NATO strap or do you have it on the metal, what do they call it? It's like a metal, not fishnet. I forget the word of it. It's like this wavy metal. And it looks really cool. Trav, my dude. Thank you so much. Seriously though, cut it out. Wouldn't it be funny if Trav got banned? Maybe I should ban Trav. Just so he knows I'm not messing around here, Trav. Trav is Scrooge McDuck in disguise. Dude, you were so funny. But seriously, don't ever do it again. We're at 71 on SoFi. Let's give it 10 points. Heat map exit at 81. All right. Man, we started off the day with a nice little troll named Matt. And we're ending off the day with way too many super chats. Please don't ever do it again. Are we done yet? I don't have APG. I do have mirror. Hey, I got to do more. Okay. Half an ATR. Mirror. Trav is a saint. I agree. Saint Trav. In fact, everybody pay respects to Trav in the chat. Everybody pay respects to Trav in the chat because he is like, he is well over and above what I could ever expect. Over and above what I could ever expect. Trav, you are a rock star. 0.89 divided by 2. 44 cents from 2178 is 2133. 2133 is half ATR down. 2133. Okay. And let's do one ATR above. So 89 cents. 0.89 plus 2178, 2267. 2267. And the next one above that is, no, why does it do that? Okay. 2178 plus 0.89, again, 2356. Now, if we hit all these plus 2 ATRs, we're gonna have lots of super chats. But I don't want that. Please don't ever send super chats. But you're gonna have lots of money for anything, including super chats, if you want it. Let's do Delta Airlines. This is gonna be the last one of the day. We did add our heat map on here, didn't we? No, we didn't. On mirror. Dana says, all right, listen, since Chris doesn't want any money, I'll be the sacrificial lamb. I'll fall on the sword. He takes PayPal, e-transfer, potato chips. I love it. That's so funny. That's so funny. Justin, we aren't doing any lifetime subscriptions. You know what's super funny? We did offer this as a lifetime subscription through AppSumo back in the day, way back in the day. This is at 56. We'll add 10 to this. For $79 at what was it, 66? Yeah, 66. If you can believe it, we offered OVTLYR for a lifetime for $79. We really needed customers to give us feedback and to help give the give us everything we need to make this better, right? We needed you guys and your inputs to make OVTLYR what it is today. So that's why it was, right? That's why it was. Rob got it for 79 bucks. Yeah. And it looks like Dave got it for 79 bucks. Yeah. Dave was a graduate of OVTLYR University. I would say that was the best $79 he may have ever spent. Effing bring it back. Effing bring it back. Oh, Travis and lifetime OVTLYR. Outstanding, outstanding. Charlotte's asking about the beta class. Well, listen, it's not going to be demographics are not part of the application. We're not looking to see if you're a balding middle-aged guy with glasses. Okay, that was not part of the application. That's just what it happened to be. But the OVTLYR beta class application should be coming out soon. Okay, so we're done with Mirror. Let's go to our last one, Delta Airlines. And I want to wrap this up like quickly. We've been here for far too long. Jean-Louis says the best $79 he ever spent. Dave says 100% the best amount he ever spent. Trav, best 79 he ever spent. Girls in beta. Only girls. I feel like that would be discrimination if I did that, Laura. 75-77 on this one. So we're only going to give it 5 points. So heat map target of 80. Heat map target of 80 on Delta Airlines. Let's go add our levels here real quick. Got in at 58.99. Well, hang on, I need to restart that. 187 divided by 2 is 93 cents. Minus 58.99, 58.05. 58.05. 58.05. Awesome. So that's our half ATR point. And then plus 1 ATR and plus 2 ATR. It's going to be, jack it up the next time. 58.99 plus 1.87, 60.86. And the next one would be 62.73. 62.73. 62.73. All right. So we know where we're going to get out. We have 9 trades on right now, 8 trades on VKTX, Gilead, GMed. And then we added today. I didn't put on Morgan Stanley, but we're going to trade as if we did, Shane, just for you, my dude. SGI, SGI, Etsy, SoFi, Mir, and Delta Airlines. So tons of stuff going on today. Exactly. Doesn't matter what gender you are, as long as you're an outlier. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Listen, we've covered so much today. I really appreciate all the super chats. You guys never, ever, ever send me those again. Super fun. Don't let it be a meme. Okay. I don't want your money. I just want to make as much money as physically possible in the market. And I'm blessed beyond belief that I can do that with you by my side. Now, if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these 2 buttons. We'll talk soon.